Hello and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Anieite Bature and I am with my co-host and husband.
Kingsley Bature.
Okay, so yes, it's a pleasure to be here today. You know, on this channel, we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your lives and your relationships.
But before we go very far, please, we like to do our usual sound check. Guys, are you receiving us loud and clear? If the sound is clear, please type 111. If you can hear echo, or if you can hear, the video is glitching, Bawo. Oh, the video is glitching. Like, is it slow or is it fast or kilo share? Okay, the sound is good. Okay, is the video better now? It must be an internet. It must be an internet something. 111. Okay, they say the sound is. They said the sound is good. The sound is okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
So
we can
today
go on.
we are off-site.
We are not at home.
Yes, and for that reason, we're making do with the internet that is available here, and that may be the reason for the glitch you're experiencing with the video.
Okay.
So, but I'm happy the sound is good. So, if at any point the video is acting up or is dragging or is slow or something,
Just listen to the sound.
Just know that's the reason, and then at that portion,
Just follow the sound.
yes. Yeah, so we'll just work with what we have. I think the most important thing is the sound. So if sound is good, we can manage with the video.
Yep.
If you're okay with that, please just say yes. And
Yes.
give us a thumbs up.
If we're okay with the sound and you want us to fire on, please give us yes, yes in the comment section. Thank you, Martins. Thank you, Manesse. Thank you, Queen Debbie the boss. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So this is a good time to also share to your friends. Take a moment to share the link because we are shooting as a straight arrow. Like my wife said, we have had to make a lot of adjustments to bring you this live session,
and
because
there's a lot to talk about, so we're just going to
dive in.
Yeah.
No time.
So thank you to everyone for joining us. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe.
Do it now.
If you have some friends who are in a relationship and you think they should break up, please send this link to them. And if you have some who you feel they shouldn't break up but they are kind of unsettled. And restless, they want to jump out, send this link to them as well. Yes, so we can talk about this issue together, because it concerns everybody in a relationship and everybody who plans to be in a relationship.
Bam.
And our topic for today is why
relationships fail.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to look at. So,
why relationships fail. And there's that part of this whole thing where somebody is saying, why is it my own that is always failing? Or there's also another part where somebody is saying all relationships fail. There are in all these things, all now wash. There's no one's own that is working, right? So there's also that part where, because we belong to this school of thought, it's almost as if maybe in a village people now they follow you. That's why your own is not. Your own is always failing. So there are different dimensions to look at, but at the base of it is why relationships fail. And is it possible to have a relationship that is succeeding?
A relationship that is solid. Relationship that stands the test of time. A relationship that when things are going crazy and certain things that you would expect should just put an end, somehow it still thrives. Yeah, so that's what we're looking into. Okay, so if you've been in a failed relationship before, please just say, I have experienced a failed relationship before. Maybe that's too long. If you've been in a failed relationship before, right?
Me too.
Right. Thank you.
If you've been in a failed relationship before, just type me too. As in, so that we'll know, okay, you are not alone, because there's a generation of people. There's a generation of people. Somebody already there. Somebody there knows the cocoa that my birthday was just, yesterday. And I can see Victor Silva. Thank you so much. Victor. Thank you so much. Because we are trying to rush into this thing, because of all the technical innuendos that we put together to make this thing happen, so that something will not fail on us while we are doing the show. So we are just rushing. But thank you so much, Victor Silva, for that birthday wish. And I know a lot of people wished me birthdays. I've responded to happy birthday wishes, prayers. I've responded to a lot of them. There's still a lot more I have not responded to, but as my custom is, I like to respond to them one by one. And before this weekend is over, I will get to everybody's message by the grace of God. Yes, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I appreciate you, Victor, and all the rest. So please, if you have not shared, be sharing now, because Madam is on fire. Me, I'm just the supporting. She's the engine. Me, I'm just holding steering. So carry go.
All right. Okay. So do we have any meetings yet? Not yet.
So everybody here that's online, nobody has been in a failed relationship before. Yes, your relationship is succeeding. How many of you have been married for 20 years? Let me see your hand.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's go through. I'll just start dropping some of the reasons, and then we can, while we're going through that, please, if any of this resonates with you, just feel free to leave a comment or to share your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So the first one I'm going to talk about is incompatibility. Right?
Why relationships fail?
Yes.
Number one,
incompatibility. So when people say
there's a Me Too that has appeared, so God bless you, my brother. Yes. Incompatibility.
Like we said, if you've been in a failed relationship before, just or if you've experienced a failed relationship before, just like Me Too. First reason why relationships fail: incompatibility. That's the first one we're talking about. And this incompatibility cuts across a number of things. So you might be incompatible when it comes to your values, when it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to your goals in life, right? You might be incompatible when it comes to
even
your dreams, your desires. You were about to say incompatible
in your sexual preferences. Yes.
And much more.
And that ties also with your different love language. Now, because you have a love language that is different, and somebody else has a different love language, they think you like to be loved in a certain way, and you feel like you like to be loved in a different way from what they are willing to offer. So I like to spend quality time. The person says, I'm too busy, I don't have that time. So we are incompatible emotionally.
And that kind of incompatibility, like the one you just mentioned now, can actually be resolved, though, if the people are willing to talk through it, align on how they will manage each other, right? And then they come up with a go forward plan. So you come to a compromise. I know that this is what she wants. It's not really my style, but I'll do it, right? I know that he really enjoys this. It's not my thing, but just make him happy. You guys make adjustments. In that case, you could actually have a successful relationship. But if nobody is willing to budge, and everybody's sticking to, this is who I am, this is how I am, you knew how I was when you met me, so don't expect me to change now. If that's the situation, then it can actually cause the relationship to fail eventually, because each person is going to feel like, I don't have what I need in this relationship. You don't love me, even though the other person is saying, but I am doing this and I'm doing that. All right. So incompatibility also in what your dreams are, what your aspirations are. This person wants to go this way, the other person wants to go that way, right? So that's one. Okay. Do you have any comments apart from the Me Too?
No.
Okay,
no.
Great.
So you can fire on.
Yes. So I'll go to the next one. Second one is personal growth in different directions. So this is, we are growing in different directions, and this could be in career, for instance. My career is taking me north, yours is taking you south. Both wonderful careers, value adding, fulfilling for you, fulfilling for me, but they are taking us in different directions. How do you resolve that? If your career requires that you move about, you're traveling from one country to the other, or you do say 2 years in one country, move to the next, so you are going to be mobile. Imagine you're something like an ambassador, right? You just go as you're posted. Then you now come and marry somebody whose own career requires that they are stable. If you are not able to discuss, right, and align on how you're going to manage that situation, then it just means that you guys are going to be apart for so long, and it may eventually result in that relationship failing. Okay. And this brings you very easily to the relocation and long distance pool, where people started out together, they were having a good time, they were happy, and then something happened and one person had to relocate. There's always the "I'll join you shortly," but sometimes the shortly starts reaching 6 months, then reaches 2 years, then reaches sometimes 5 years. It never happens. It's unfortunate, but really it never happens. The papers never come.
And they are
for the second person.
And they are join you.
And over time.
We never join.
And over time, you just realize that, hey, this thing is not working anymore. One person can't come back because they've settled there. This other one can't go because they don't have documents. And sometimes those marriages have to be dissolved or something. Because, how can you be apart for 10 years and you're still waiting, and so on. So these are real issues that people have to deal with. But some of the reasons why relationships can fail, because your personal growth, your advancements in life, your changes and stuff is moving you people in different directions. Another one is education. Now, education.
I'm coming. Wait. Education.
Yes. Education, you'll be wondering what's the problem with education. At the time both of you are in secondary school together, you are high school sweethearts or whatever, okay, you get into university, maybe the other person doesn't get in, or you both get into university, then you both have your first degree, and then another person progresses to masters, another person to PhD, while the other one is like, I'm fine where I am, no issue, right? But one person keeps advancing and keeps building and keeps developing themselves, while this other person is like, I'm done with school once and for all, I'm done, right? And then what happens? You now have this gap that is developing in their, what should you call it, intellectual space and stuff like that. And one person has so much more experience, a broader experience, and it begins to feel like this one has gone far. This other person is here, like, what's going on? We're not on the same level anymore. So when you're even coming to conversations, you're coming to friendships, you're coming to engagements, one person is feeling like, I'm getting embarrassed with some of the comments that you're making, because the things you're saying, everybody, my peers are looking at you like, where did you get this person from? But once upon a time, you people were on the same level, but one person continued to develop themselves and to grow, while the other decided, I'm just going to be here, I'm okay, I'm done with school. So things like that allow for people to begin to grow apart. And over time, it could actually come to the point where it's like, I don't feel comfortable going out with you anymore, unless it's just the two of us, and we are not on the same level anymore. There are some careers where it's very glaring. Like all of a sudden, the person, your wife becomes the medical director, and you are still what's that? What do you call it? When you just finished medical
intern
or something. Some people just can't manage that, right? Your wife is the chief. Is like, I'm just using that as an example. Or if it's in the legal profession, somebody grows and becomes chief judge, the other person is still at a very low level, in the practice. So you actually have to think about it, that you can grow apart. So when you're doing personal growth, you have to encourage your partner to come along with you on that journey. It's not just, I'm growing, that's what if they want, they should. If they don't want, they should leave. No. There's a place where you actually say, I am doing these courses. Shouldn't you, or like, hey, I'm doing this. Do you know that so much has changed? You're psyching the person. Try to do this course or try to do that program. See if it will, it's really interesting. Work. Yes, close the gap too in your side, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. So
there's a question here from a comment rather from Ephraim. He says, while incompatibility is indeed a reason for why relationships fail, there's usually a problem of not wanting to admit to oneself that things are not working or not going in the desired direction.
Yeah.
Now, so for me, I would see this like incompatibility. However, it's more about should we say expectations and unfulfilled expectations. And so it's that thin line between expectations and disillusion, right?
When you refuse to
admit that this thing is not working. There's a point where
I think, when that happens, you should actually try to find out why is this person refusing to admit that it's not working. Why is this person refusing to come to terms with the fact that it's not working? So today we have a special guest with us in the studio. And the special guest is very mobile, so we need to plead with the special guest. Please don't be so mobile. It's because of the noise. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So excuse us 1 minute. Special guest, please find a place, find a position and stay, so that we can continue with the show. Thank you very much. So that you will not distract me. Back to you. Back to what you were saying.
So when you don't want to admit, the question is why. And sometimes if you ask yourself why, you will get to the root cause or the reason why you don't want to admit it. And hopefully when you get to that root cause, you tell yourself the truth and then think of what to do to move forward.
Right.
So for instance, you don't want to admit that this relationship is working because this person is meeting a particular need.
You are going there now.
You are afraid that if you end this relationship, you may be stranded.
You may lose that. Okay, so listen to what Jimoski say. Okay. Jimoski says that lack of financial stability can lead to incompatibility. So the truth is, we are skirting around this place where you are coming. Now, the fact that there's incompatibility, or maybe in earning potential. Right? Or let me not say, because somebody will say as long as he has money we are compatible. So that's so with what Jimoski is saying, if somebody is in the relationship for what he can get from it, which is like money, right? Like financial gain. So how do you draw the line? The person will not be willing, like you said, to end the relationship.
As long as the source is still providing.
As long as the one person is still providing the money. I don't want to say whether it is the guy now or the lady.
That's why I said the source.
The source. As long as he's still providing the money, the relationship continues to go. But this is not working. So the other question I will now ask is, let's paint a scenario. Let's paint a scenario where, for the sake of this scenario, the man is the one providing the financial gain, and the woman is not willing to end the relationship because of the financial gain. So the question I'm asking is, why is the man not ending the relationship also?
Well, sometimes he doesn't know now. If you look at it, sometimes he's feeling very confident that I'm meeting her needs, she's happy, and a lot of, if you look at it well, if you were the woman in that scenario, right, and for you, what you are in there for is to continue to get this financial support.
Yes.
Do you think that you will make it obvious that you are not happy in the relationship? You won't now. You will continue. I mean, if I was in that kind of situation, if I were in that kind of situation, I would probably continue to act happy, continue to laugh at his dry jokes. Do you understand? Continue to just make everything look like, yes, it's okay, because I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to make it obvious that I'm not happy, because if he realizes I'm not happy, he may also start to withdraw
from the relationship.
So I mean, that's what anybody who is being logical about a relationship would do. If you're saying, hey, this is what I'm in this relationship for, and as long as I want this relationship to continue, I will continue to act
like as if
in the way that makes this person stay. So it's as simple as that. So yes, I was saying, get to the root of why are you refusing to accept that it's not working, and deliver yourself, because sometimes we bind ourselves with ideas and with thoughts like there's no other way, there's no other person, if I leave I'm done for, and so on. I can't support myself,
I can't sustain myself.
but really, is it true that you really cannot support yourself? Is it true that you cannot earn any money, you cannot find any other way to meet your needs than through this person that you are in this failing relationship with, so you have to get down to the bottom of it. And the last one I want to talk about when it comes to personal growth is in the area of wealth.
Okay.
One person is growing in wealth, the other person isn't. And somebody used to say, I'm the one bringing all the money, I'm the one funding this relationship. Without me, you would have nothing. I don't want to continue doing this for the rest of my life. I want to feel like you're also bringing something
to the table,
and so on. Then sometimes people are at the stage where they can easily say, I think I want to end here and move on, or be in a relationship with somebody who also takes care of me rather than me feeling like I'm the one doing it all the time. So these are things that could bring about a failure in a relationship when it comes to how you are growing in different directions.
Very, very, very critical points here. There are some comments that I would like us to take, and then we will move. Jimoski is asking for a link to call in.
Okay.
So Jimoski, I would let you have that
link.
I'll let you have that link soon. Guys, I know you guys are not here, but I know you are back, and please, if you can get the link for Jimoski, please drop it in the comment section so that he can pick it also. Victor Silva says some relationships fail because they were never supposed to have started in the first place. Yes. But because people lie to themselves or are not honest with themselves or just selfish, they start it wrong. They start wrong. And this is very true. He says also, these days, most people enter relationship one leg in, one leg out. So they enter the relationship just in case. Do you understand? In that way, any small breeze, I'm not doing again. Any small breeze, I'm not doing again. And this is very true. So we can actually call it. We can actually call it another. We can actually call it another point.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, because it's
what I call that is a lack of. No, this is how I put it: uncertainty about your choice of a partner, or a lack of conviction. So you know that this person not really it. But sometimes for different reasons, let me just be in the relationship. Maybe everybody expects I should be married at this time. Let me just hold this one first while I'm hoping for the correct person to come. Maybe all my friends are in relationships. It's only me. I look like I'm left out. Let me just do. Or, well, this is not the kind of person I want, but there are some things I can get from this person when I'm looking for the person I want, and so on. So you can have those cases where people they don't have a conviction about this person.
Right.
And really what it means is that at the slightest opportunity where they find someone better,
they're just
going to jump ship. Because it's like, I am trying to get to that other shore, right? This is the only boat that is around at the moment. I'm not willing to wait for the right kind of boat. So I'll just enter this one and be going. And if by mistake I find another boat that is headed in that direction and there's an opportunity to jump ship, I'll jump ship.
Yes.
And enter the better boat and continue going until eventually I get to my destination, right? So it's the same thing. If there are many people who do placeholder relationships.
Yes.
I can still remember one where this was in university, a lady who did not want to have anything to do with a particular guy, right? But because they were from the same tribe, her parents insisted that she had to go with that guy because she had reached the age where they were looking at her like, you should be thinking about marriage at this point. So hold this one until somebody better comes along. And that was actually advice given to her by her parents. So sometimes it's not just young people who have this interesting ideas, or should I say crazy ideas. Sometimes parents also trying to look out for their children give some advice that is one kind, because really when you look at it, you may say you're protecting your child, but what about that person who you're asking your child to, in quote, take advantage of? You get, because you're telling your child, use this guy as a placeholder. Let him be your boyfriend. If you don't find a better person, you go ahead and marry him. If you find a better person, dump him. This is a parent advising a child. Oh, I mean, come on. So yes, there are people who don't have any conviction about the person they're going out with, and they'll just use you until someone better comes along. So that's something else people have to do. Be checking. Are you a placeholder? Are you a placeholder?
Wow.
Maybe you are at risk of being dumped.
So in this particular case where someone is coming into the relationship one leg in, one leg out, is that actually a relationship, or is that just a situationship? Guys, please help me understand. Is it a relationship or is it a situationship? What's going on? So the question I will ask is, when you see someone as a guy, when you see a lady that you want to be in a relationship, what's at the back of your mind? So is it that I want to see where this can go, or is it that I know this is not going to work, but let's just be managing it? So usually what's at the back of people's minds when they are talking about this?
It would be good to hear back from some people. Right?
Yeah. So
what's at the back of people's minds? But I know that really some people have genuine needs, and a relationship sometimes is the way to meet that need. You know, example, you are in school, in quotes, university. Your parents don't have enough money to give you to buy handouts and meet all the needs, in quotes, that you have in school. And somebody tells you, see, you're there, you're broke, better find one guy somewhere that will be taking care of you. You get, and all of a sudden you find somebody, the person is like, oh, I have this young girlfriend, and it's like, oh, beautiful. And you're getting excited about the whole thing. You don't know that this girl, she's just looking for how to pay for handouts and how to buy all her school supplies, and she has been advised that the way to do it is to have a guy, and behold, she goes ahead and is in that relationship with you. So really, how will you know? How can you tell? You can only discuss your own part. You can only share your own part. What you're in it for. Maybe you can say, I am in this relationship for this purpose, and for that reason you can be convinced by yourself that you are in a genuine relationship. But the other person may not be in and for that reason you won't know until hopefully they tell you the truth, or until you read from other indicators that they really are not interested in you. So well,
we have Jimoski backstage, and he wants to call in. Jimoski, you have 2 minutes. Let's see if we can hear you. Can you hear us?
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Jimoski. Can you hear us?
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you.
All right. I saw this. It should not just stop of impossible because and reason why crash. Okay, so what I want to say is that, and now the poverty, I don't know or negative. So people enter relationship because want to get into someone financially. So that's find out when they are in that relationship, they don't have anything for the person. They don't have anything for the person. Money for food, they are okay with it. Then when they not get to the point where they want to marry, you find out that they will meet somebody in 3 months and they are married that person. And you discover that most people that marry in short or more, you find out that relationship they are married not because why? You can't just meet somebody 3 months and you just want to marry that person to get everything to happen. So I'm not saying that cannot have a relationship that you can call your own. In those days when we were growing up, if our elder sister, I'm sorry, our elder brother girlfriend, even you yourself, you happy say because she's coming home, back to see land back in your hand to know that this person is here. And if that brother comes tomorrow and say he doesn't want to marry that woman, in fact, the fear will not even let him to even say you don't want to marry this woman. So but nowadays you cannot find such things in at all. So poverty, like I said, I'm still emphasizing on poverty because poverty has been the case why most people don't know the reason to enter a relationship. Poverty has been the reason why most people don't know why they should enter a relationship. And so if you are asked and why a relationship fail, I would definitely say poverty is the reason. Because to enter a relationship because of what they can give from the guy or what they can get from the guy or what the guy can be doing for them. And that's why you found out that we have more outside that are messing around, that and when those issue. Now, lastly, another reason why relationship is that some people are comparing other people experience believe that if they enter the same thing will happen to them. So even when they enter the relationship, they try to be so confident that they end up making a decision that definitely wrong. You find out because experience of the other person, it will make them not turn out to be so toxic for the guy. Too much of mind. At the end of the day, just go and hear. And this thing is happening. I just feel that we still need to look at time. There are many reasons. Financial can be the reason. We want to people are not ready to do their own relationship. Just to enter in, like you put key into the lock and the key just open free. Like nobody want to try their best and see how they can work that relationship. So I believe that this issue can be at the end of the day, which be having many good successful relationships. There are lots of people are getting married, but at the end of the day, marriage
Thank you, Jimoski.
Thank you.
We were told that the sound was echoing. It was echoing when you were speaking. So
at least we got a portion of it.
Yeah,
and the
it was echoing. It was actually echoing.
You really highlighted that, Jimoski, is this issue of comparing experiences.
Yeah.
You say, oh, this happened for that person, and you just assume that that's how it's going to be for you. And it's not just with things that are not working well.
Yes.
Sometimes you see something that was good in another relationship.
I want to import it.
Yes, you assume that
it will work for you.
It has to be like that
in your own. So this I want to use a point to support it. Victor Silva said some relationships fail simply because of the third party. Simply because of the third party. That what happens? It says when either the man or woman allow third party influences or more yawa don gas. You didn't marry your extended family now you know where it dey pain you. So in this particular case now he's talking about third party that is extended family influence, and you are also talking about influences from outside, social media, class. You do understand? Also affect relationship. That we may need to do this topic again over another physically, because almost like play, we're already running out of time.
Yeah. So, but we'll touch as much as we can today, because really, it doesn't have to be for you the way it was for someone else. Some people will say, you are coming to propose to me and you are bringing only ring. Didn't you see the other guy
that knelt down?
No, he's not even kneeling down. When he was proposing, he proposed by offering a BMW. Do you understand? In addition to the ring, so it was a fuller package.
Than your own.
But you are just coming and you're bringing only ring.
In fact, like some of us that came barehanded.
Without ring.
Barehanded.
So what's the person supposed to do? That may just be enough reason for a lady to turn down an offer, because she's comparing your own proposal
with someone else.
Her friend's proposal
went,
or something that she saw online, stuff like that. So these are things that you would just be wondering, why is my own not this way? And because of that, you will allow something that potentially would have been a very good relationship, right? You allow it to go down the drain just because you are comparing. So really know what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, in the relationship,
and be convicted, and as in know for yourself, this is where I am, this is where this person is at. And don't have unreasonable expectations that you develop as a result of comparing. You can't say I'm in love with my friend from university, or I'm in love with this person that I met at the office. Both of us are jutting out. Both of you are young. Then you now meet your friend or somebody is now in love with somebody who has been working for 5-10 years, is settled, has more than enough money to spend anyhow. And then you're now comparing the proposal of that person who has been working for 10 years and could afford to buy a car, when you're now comparing it to the proposal from this guy who is just starting out with you and is saying let's grow together. So things like that, you have to really be careful how you are developing the expectations you have of the people or the person you claim to love.
I think we'll take some comments when we come back, but we just need to take a brief interlude. Some things are still coming this November, and and we just need you to see them.
In a world where man is just a label, real men are becoming rare, hard to find, buried under expectations, societal pressures, the noise of life, and in the midst of it all, authenticity is often lost. This November, we are presenting the Man Cave podcast and the Man You Script weekend workshop. Here we're on a mission to peel away the layers, strip off the cladding, and rediscover the true heart of manhood. So join us on this journey of rediscovery. Register for the Man You Script weekend workshop so that you can uncover and share the true essence of manhood. See you there.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So let me just talk a bit on those two concepts. What's happening is we've been getting a number of feedback from Man Cave, and Man Cave is moving on to become a steady podcast where because we are getting that we don't have enough time to deal with the issues and stuff. So Man Cave is going to become a regular podcast. Sorry, hold on. You're distracting me. Please.
It's evolving into.
Thank you. Please go and sit down.
We'll do that later.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, our special guest has special needs.
Has special needs is
okay, so Man Cave is evolving into a podcast.
Man Cave is evolving into a podcast, into a regular podcast that comes. So we have time to delve into it, into episode by episode, series by series. The more details on that is going to come in the next few weeks. All of that is coming this December. So Man Cave is becoming is a podcast. Now the other concept is the Man U script. Now the Man U script is a weekend workshop for men, strictly for men, to peel off all those layers that have defined men have been given different definitions by society, by upbringing, by their environment, by the expectations that have been put on them. Men have just carried on different definitions. So what we're doing in the manuscript is actually removing those layers to reveal the real man, the true man, because real men are becoming rare and becoming extinct, because they are being defined, they identify as so many things in order to meet the need. But we need to remove those layers so that we can unveil the real man and get men to become comfortable in who they are, and then share that person, that man, with the world and the society around them.
Thank you very much. I like what you did with the name anyway.
The manuscript, right? Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, comments.
Yeah, so that's what. So all of those are coming this November. So just watch out for the link to subscribe to the podcast, then the link to register for the event. So the subscribe will have a link, and the register will have a link. So those are coming. Okay, back to you. Comments. So we had some comments. Victor Silva said, okay. Yeah, okay. Small breeze, I'm not doing it again. He says, yeah, okay. I think I've read this. Okay, it was Manasseh's. Manasseh said, relationships can fail for various reasons, though, including lack of communication, incompatible values, trust issues. That's one that I need you to touch on, and or unmet expectations. So trust issues. Thank you very much, Manasseh. Manasseh they give very solid. One day we need to invite him to the show, as in bring him on board, special guest, so that he will come and tell us some things. Yes, at Victor Silva, and that doesn't even allow the relationship to be able to grow, because you are not committed. So that's why. So the type of relationship that you are trying to have will determine the level of commitment that you are willing to give.
Yeah.
Let me say it again. That sounded. The type of relationship that you are trying to have will determine the level of commitment you are willing to give. Guys, sometimes I'm good though. I'm telling you, sometimes I'm just I don't know. God help me with let the hair not grow dada. Debbie says, well done on the voiceover that the KB. Now them just say make I talk. I just had to talk on the voiceover. What can I do? It's just my voice that they put over it. It's not really voiceover. It's just yes. Victor Silva, manuscript. Sorry, I mean manuscript. Yes, exactly. That's the cocoa. Yeah. You get it in the happen there now. Martin said, Silva, not Man U. It's a Man U script. So maybe Man U too needs to attend that event, that workshop, because the workshop, Man U need to attend that workshop so that they can begin to script better goals, better results, in Premiership.
I think you start to have money.
No, I take an exception. Okay. Oh, Manasseh is backstage. Manasseh, backstage. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Manasseh. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Also, another reason why is failing to adapt. Sometimes there are challenges occurring one has not faced in previous ones, or maybe someone that is new to a relationship. So these challenges and the way the individuals in the relationship adapt to it can also create strain on the relationships. And then sometimes there's a relationship that there might not be any problem, but the fact is that the two individuals are not just compatible. So there's no way they can force things. Then ignoring the needs of relationship and taking different needs for granted can also lead to feelings of neglect or seriousness on the part of one of the partners. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manasseh.
So one of the key things you've mentioned there is inexperience.
Inexperience.
Yeah, thank you, Manasseh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, so one of the things you've mentioned, Manasseh, is inexperience. When people who have never been in a relationship before get in and start having issues because they don't know what to do, they don't know how to act, they don't know how to respond, and sometimes people who are in that situation tend to ask almost anybody, even people who are novices. They tend to ask, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? And then the people will now tell you from their own experience, which may have led to many breakups. They will now give you their own advice, and you go and apply it and probably have crazy results. Because they didn't have successful relationships. So even if you're going to take advice, who are you taking it from?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if you're going to take advice, who are you taking it from? If you are going to ask people for counsel, who are you asking for the counsel, right? And something better to do is, before you start getting into relationships, try to learn a bit about it. I mean, right now there are many courses on LinkedIn. It would be interesting to find out if there is a course on relationships on LinkedIn. If there isn't, at least check on a course on communication, right? To help you just know how to communicate, how to win friends, how to do effective communication, and so on. Just find information to help you relate better with people. Look at the love languages. I mean, right now there's even love languages for the workplace. So
Are you serious?
5 love languages to help you have an effective team, and so on. And there's all of that. So it's something to look at. Don't allow inexperience to be the reason why your relationship fails, right? If you don't know anything about it, learn, study, ask questions, find mentors, ask your people who have gone ahead of you, who are successfully progressing in their own relationships. So it's not just to say, oh, this person is older, so he should be wiser. It's not always the case. Yeah, so actually talk with people who are doing well in their own relationships and learn from them in combination with books you read, messages you listen to, podcasts you listen to, right, to help you succeed in your relationship.
Guys, Emmanuel Adam said he needs a link to call in, please.
Okay.
Samuel Oko says, I feel fidelity, or maybe we can call it trust issues, is also a major reason why relationship fail. Infidelity.
Yeah.
Now, so this is there's a question I like to ask when people say, my partner was unfaithful to me. I always like to ask the question, is it a married relationship, or is it a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship? So the question I like to ask, and I'm asking you guys that are online now, is it possible for a boyfriend and a girlfriend relationship to have infidelity? You are not saying anything.
No, because
I'm asking the people online.
Yes.
Is it possible for a boyfriend and a girlfriend relationship to have infidelity? Now, on the one of the marriage, you can pick that one. But let them answer that one for me. Let me know who will win my prize today.
So when it comes to trust, once you say trust, people think of one person cheated. But there's so much more to trust.
Okay, please clarify.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the issue of trust that you hear questions like, who is he or who is she?
Come again.
Who is she to you?
Okay.
Who is he to you? Right? It's on the question of trust that you hear that. It's on trust matter that you hear things like, where did you go? We have been on the road since. I mean, you went.
I'm on the way. And you have not come since.
And so there's question mark is becoming plenty. It's on the matter of trust that you also hear things like, why can you not give me the password to your phone? What are you hiding? You hear things like, that's not what you said the last time. Then the person will say, no, that's why. No, I'm sure I can remember what you said. That's not what you said. Check, trust issues. That's why you get things like, you're always lying. And then you say, I'm the one who did not hear well. I am tired of this gaslighting. And so on and so forth.
But Babi, these things you are saying, I hear you. But is it not also possible that when people are talking about trust issues in relationship, between the both parties, are there not certain level of insecurity? Are there not certain level of perhaps personal immaturity? Are there not some levels of perhaps misunderstanding of personality differences? These are all issues that still at the border point of trust issues.
Yeah, there are sometimes that's the case. There's sometimes, but not always. You can find a perfectly normal person who is very secure in themselves, but they just happen to meet somebody who is playing foul. So
the key is for most people, because we've had the trust issues, in the comments a number of times. That's why I'm saying we also have to turn the searchlight to the person that is saying, oh, there's trust issue in the relationship. That person, the question I'm asking is, are you secure in yourself? Right? Are you secure in yourself first? Then we now look at the other person that is probably playing hanky-panky. If the person is playing hanky-panky, it's a no-no, right? But is it possible that you are insecure and the person is just walking straight line, but because of the person's personality too, he flows with everybody, and you assume that he's playing with everybody? So that's why I'm saying these are...
Yeah, it's a combination. So you have to... There's always an opportunity to do some self-seeking, right? How should I call it? Inward search. To do a self-assessment, self-check, whatever you choose to call it. That when you're getting uneasy about something,
yes,
is it founded?
Yes.
Is it founded, or are you just being unnecessarily suspicious?
Is there a lack of emotional intelligence in the issue? Because some people are not emotionally intelligent. They may be very intelligent intellectually.
And this is where mentors that have gone ahead of you will help.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't even trust your judgment on such things. So you want to find out, let me ask somebody and check whether it's me that is being paranoid, or there's actually just cause for this my suspicion or my concern concerning the relationship, right? So you can go and talk to somebody who is more experienced, somebody who is succeeding in their own relationship. I keep emphasizing and say, hey, this is what I noticed, this, that. Is it okay? Is it normal? Is this expected? Should I be worried? And you can get feedback to let you know you're pushing it too much, or make you know that now this thing is normal. People are allowed to go out with their friends. They must not be with you every hour.
Yes.
Just because they're in relationships.
Yes.
But then they may also tell you, but watch out for this and look out for that, and study it. Try to trend it, right? See if there's
try to check patterns.
If you
patterns of occurrences.
Yes, if you see patterns that are really concerning, then maybe another conversation, or maybe a discussion with the person. Because sometimes it's easy, it's better to nip these things in the bud. You are not telling me where you're going. Each time you just stay out late. Tell me where you're going. Tell me why you are out. Tell me I am going to my friend's place, or me and my friends were going out. I don't know when we'll finish. This is where we are going to. If you need to call me, wait now. If you need to reach me, because sometimes some people is not even from I'm suspecting you're doing something wrong. Is concerned that you may get hurt, you're not back on time, it's late, this is a dangerous part of town, and so on. And then they can't reach you sometimes because, in the heat of the excitement or enjoyment with your friends, your phone, you're not paying attention to it, and this other person is just there worried. It's love that will make you say, if you need to reach me, call this number. If I'm not picking, call that friend. So even if a group of friends are going out and they want to go crazy, there should be one that is going to be level-headed for the sake of the entire group to answer all their respective
Babi.
friends.
Uboka Abasi. Edo says it is very possible. He's answering my question that is infidelity possible in boyfriend girlfriend. He says it's very possible. Ubo Abasi, please can you help me explain this possibility? I would like to know. They posted the link there, please. If you can call in. Let us be hearing from you. He explained. He said the possibility of infidelity exists in any romantic relationship, regardless of whether it's boyfriend girlfriend relationship. So Ubo Abbas, if you are still there, I'm saying explain the possibility. How does it happen? Why? Because in order for infidelity to exist, right, there must be some sort of binding agreement of fidelity. Do you understand? There must be some kind of what? Binding agreement of what? Fidelity. Check up the word. Now, so and if the person is married, that binding agreement usually comes in forsaking all others. You remember that part of the vow? Yes. For I will cleave to only you, forsaking all others. That's a binding agreement of fidelity. So if in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, what is the agreement?
You say it's unwritten.
No, even if it is unwritten.
Maybe it's I love you so much, I want you to be mine. I want you to go out with me. And then the person says, okay, I will go out with you. Maybe that's what it's seen as
a binding. No, but there was no declaration. See, in marriage, it's a binding agreement of fidelity. There's a declaration in view. In fact, in fact, what was said is that. But the moment you are getting one of the things they said, he said, I call upon these people here present, you know, as a marriage aficionado, as a marriage somebody that marries other people. One of the things that we say there is that I call upon these people here present, meaning that the binding agreement of fidelity was in the presence of witnesses. How many boyfriend girlfriend relationship has the presence of witnesses within which a vow was made? So, Obabasi, I'm waiting for you. Because I want to know whether you are the one that will win this thing now.
I would like to inform you.
Yes.
In the presence of everybody.
Hey, wait, time has gone. So we have to do part 2.
Yes.
Obabasi said factors that influence the likelihood of infidelity, such as level of trust and communication, the level of commitment, and the individual values and attitudes of the people involved. Obabasi, that's not the one I'm looking for. Maybe you will come back next week on the next episode. I need you to tell me.
Dial in and talk live.
Dial in, yes, so that we can talk live, because I like this particular place.
I know you are very excited now. You're looking for who to argue with.
No, I like this place. No, I like superior arguments. So if they have the facts, no, who am I? If they have the facts, I will carry my own and put inside my pocket. Because I've been saying this thing among singles. They keep arguing with me that infidelity is possible in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. I say, prove it to me now. So you can see that I brought up my own facts. My own facts are there.
So at least you have 1 week
to prepare. So that you can bring out
and come back. So maybe we'll give 5 minutes or 10 minutes for equals debate.
For us to do debate, and then you can say with these few points of mine,
I hope I have been
able to convince you or not confuse you that common sense is not so common. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone, for joining. Thanks for being with us.
Definitely have to have part 2 of this.
Yes, there's so much to talk about. Thank you for joining.
Thanks to everyone who contributed. Thanks to everyone.
Thanks for bearing with our makeshift studio. You know, we try to keep it so anywhere we are going, we'll just carry mobile studio and follow us and make it happen.
So see you next week.
And
remember,
common sense is not so common.
Thank you once again for joining us. We hope you got great value today. Our goal is to bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your life and relationships. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, and like.